right, good morning. So go ahead and state your name and tell me your ride. What am I looking at?
My name's Ken, 2022 Toyota Supra CF edition in Phantom Gray.
Dude, that's the rare one, right? They limited production, like 600 of them, right? Or
Yeah, they made 600, 200 of each color, so this is essentially one of 200.
That is so cool. And I can't believe you mentioned you just got this for a week, or have had it for a week. CPO, someone actually traded this in, or kind of, how did the dealer explain it to you?
So what happened was the guy who bought this vehicle had it for about 3-4 months, drove it a total of 140 miles, didn't like it, sold it back to the dealership, and went and bought a Audi R8.
Oh, I don't know, dude. I mean, yes and no. I love this. And the fact that it's limited, like, gosh, keep this thing. Now, tell me your experience. Have you always wanted a Supra? Have you owned the previous one, the Legend? Or tell me why Supra, why Toyota/BMW?
Well, I just came from a BMW 330 that I sold a few months ago, and I always loved BMW, so why not have best of both worlds? This car is fantastic in every way. Fantastic.
So I'm assuming because you've had BMW experience, this was kind of, that go between, that happy medium between, Toyota styling, looks, suspension tuning, and BMW performance. Would you say that's fair?
Well, the thing is with, BMW or Toyota's heritage on the Supra, it's unmistakable, and then mix that with the B58 engine from the BMW. That's one of the most reliable 6-cylinders on the planet. You can't go wrong.
Oh, I love it. I love that. Now, tell me, would you? Oh, dang it! I lost my train of thought. Let me see. Okay, here we go. I'll change it up. Tell me your experience with cars. Have you always been a car guy? Have you always been into the car scene? Or have you this is like a new hobby or passion for you?
No, I've always been in the car scene. Cars is my number one passion. When I first started, I was 13, working on cars with my dad in his old 5.0 Mustang.
Perfect.
And BMW M3. And, it morphed from there. And now I'm in a position to where I can have fun the way I want to and provide for myself and buy the vehicles that I enjoy.
Exactly. That's why we work hard.
Exactly.
What other kind of cars do you plan to have in the future? What's kind of like the fleet that you have? Because this isn't necessarily a family-friendly car,
No,
but what do you have in plan for the house, for the daily, or maybe in the future?
This is actually my daily. I'll be daily in this every day. My girl, we just bought her a 22 CHR because she doesn't care what it is, as long as it gets from point A to point B. And then we have a slightly bigger vehicle, a Mercedes GL 450.
Okay, yeah, the mid-size SUV kind of thing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's perfect. And you know what? That's not a bad fleet at all. You know what I'm saying? And what do you think in the future? Are you planning on keeping this as long as possible, or what would you like to upgrade to, or make more of a sideways transition?
I'll keep this. No matter what, I'll keep this. This is, my second vehicle I bought, essentially brand new, even though 140 miles.
Right.
So I'll keep this forever. As long as the thing runs, I'll keep it.
And you know what? For the fact that, like you said, it has a special paint, it's the limited production number. Absolutely, I'd be on the same boat with you. Now, elephant in the room, do you regret the manual coming and not kind of waiting for that, or how do you feel about that?
Funny story about that. Actually, I was number one on the list in Tampa for a manual edition in See You Later Gray, and I just couldn't wait anymore. The dealer was telling me January, February it wasn't going to come out till they got their allocation. Then I just said, you know what, screw it.
And there's this one.
Yeah.
I love it. And you know what? That would be kind of a toss-up for myself as well. Last question. California is going to be transitioning to full electrification, hopefully in the next 15 to 20 years. What are your thoughts about electric cars and the future of the car culture?
I understand it's coming, but for me, I'll just buy old cars that, either that or just move out of the state completely.
And you know what? That's something that a lot of people have to consider, because what am I going to do? Have to just keep buying used? Do we buy out of state and register it in California? We kind of don't know, but it sounds like you're not too much of an electric car guy.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Well, thank you again for your time. I really appreciate you talking to me. I'm just going to do some walk around shots, but I love this thing.